Welcome! You're here to learn a new strategy for effective web searching. The key word here is effective. We all search the web regularly, but chances are we don't put much thought into our methods. Sifting will help us shake off those sloppy habits and get focused for when answers matter most. Now this video has one goal, to present the SIFT method of web searching, so we're going to take the time to work through the method in clear, logical steps. Let's go. So, you've done the work and planned a reasonable search strategy for finding the information you need. You're pulling different types of information, like books, and maybe some databases. But there are times when you realize Google is the answer, and the info you need is out there on the open web. Sometimes it's easy to find. Info from trusted sources like .gov sites, or on sites from known and respected providers like news organizations, think tanks, and nonprofits. It's the kind of information that comes from sources with such a huge audience that they can't get away with spreading bad information without then having to issue formal apologies and make fixes and endure embarrassment they'd really prefer to avoid. But sometimes, maybe often, things don't go that smoothly. There are times when you don't have a known go-to resource you can consult, and you really are venturing into the unknown. Sometimes these searches bring back too many results, or maybe poor quality results, or just the wrong sorts of results. Or you already found something interesting, but you don't know much about where it's coming from. The open web is so huge and so difficult to filter, it can be overwhelming. So what do? How can you take control of your searches so you can actually get good info efficiently? Well, one thing you can try is sifting. SIFT is an acronym here giving us 4 clear steps to shape our web searches and lead us to reliable and accurate results. Let's take a look. First, the S. The S in SIFT stands for stop. When you've done your first search and have a results list staring back at you, you may have the urge to storm in there and just start clicking. Don't do that. Pause, take a breath, and remind yourself of what you're actually looking for. Many times our results are full of distractions and invitations to go down rabbit holes. It's interesting, but it's a waste of time. This step is a call to pay attention and make sure that the information grabbing your attention is actually useful and relevant for your purpose, and not just kind of cool to look at or to read. Step 2 is the I. It stands for investigate the source. Whenever you encounter new and possibly questionable information or visit a site you're not familiar with, you'll want more information. Don't trust a source to prove itself to you. It's too easy to lie. The responsible move is to get outside confirmation. We do this by lateral searching. It's a key tactic used by professional fact checkers. All we mean by lateral searching is opening new tabs and working laterally across the screen to consult with trusted sites to verify the original info that caught our eye in the first place. In this example, if OpenAI happened to make some sort of wild claim, opening tabs for the NSF, Georgetown U, and Ars Technica would help us validate or dismiss that original claim. Step 3. F is for find better coverage. This is a way to build on the momentum of Step 2 and keep up with that lateral searching. If you find information that would make the average person feel a little skeptical, don't let it go. Keep poking around. Find other sources that are sharing the same info. If no other source out there is making the same claims, that's fishy. If the only info is being offered by sources that seem biased, that's fishy too. Look for a variety of voices sharing the same information. It's even better if some of those sources are reporting in greater detail than the original source you found. As you start to build a go-to set of resources you can trust, you'll find there are fact and bias checking options out there to guide you. The media bias chart pictured here is a unique option, and more are covered in the activities for this module. The final step in the process is the T. That stands for tracing the claim and finding the original source. When you see signal phrases or references in a source like so-and-so told the BBC, or according to a study published in the Lancet, or was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, then you should try your best to go straight back to the BBC, or the Lancet, or the NAS, or whatever source you need to trace. This is considered a research best practice because there won't be spin on an original source. Third-party information can allow for spin and manipulation of an original creator's ideas and intent. All right, here's our summary for this video. Think like a fact checker. Fact checkers are professional skeptics, but they also need to have an open mind and a passion for the truth. Plus, they know their livelihood depends on the speed and accuracy of their results. They are at the absolute top of their information literacy game. Check in with the other activities in this module to practice identifying when the open web is the best option and to gather advice on building your own list of go-to trusted sites. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Reach out or stop by the library if you have any questions or need a little extra support.